Moving along here to another team, California. They made the playoffs last year. They lost in the first round. They went 7-4, 6-1 in conference. Again, I mentioned their absolutely brutal out of conference schedule. They won't have to deal with that this season. But as far as what they're looking at bringing back in the trenches, it's very bare. They lost 6 offensive and defensive linemen. They have Seth Raricha coming back on the defensive line, but I think he might be moving positions either to linebacker or maybe inside just to give him a little bit more weight. But athlete-wise, you mentioned Jaden Zuzak is coming back. Damani Stafford moving to quarterback. It'll be interesting to see what he brings to the table. Will all of those returning athletes help them kind of overcome the lack of experience in the trenches this season?
Yeah, it absolutely will, and especially the speed that team has. Jaden Zuzak is extremely fast. When he gets some open space, watch out, he'll turn the afterburners on. And as I mentioned before, I think the most intriguing thing coming into the season, and Damani's made it a point to point that out to me. I think him going to quarterback is going to be really intriguing. They kind of did the same thing last year and put Cochise Ryan there. Now, obviously, as I've mentioned, Cochise and Damani are 2 different athletes. Cochise is a lot faster than Damani, but Damani is a more stout of the 2. Damani, I look for Damani to have a stronger arm. And also, Damani's pointed out to me that this isn't his first time playing quarterback. He's played quarterback in Little League and middle school, which I did not know that, but he's made it a point to point it out to me that, hey, I know what I'm doing back there. But so I look forward to that. I look forward to seeing Damani. I look forward to seeing how much they have him throw. And, I don't know what Ed Woods' plans are for Jaden Zuzak, but maybe having like an option kind of game with him in the backfield and Damani, I think that can be deadly. I think Cal will run a good bit of misdirection this year, to kind of help the offensive line a little bit, considering it is, what we feel is, inexperienced. So I look forward to seeing that tandem in the backfield and what Damani Stafford can do at quarterback.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Damani Stafford, I think his arm's going to be there. I think he's definitely going to be mobile and a true threat against any defense. The problem I see is that when we looked at Cochise Ryan last year, he couldn't evade tacklers very well. The offensive line struggled to keep guys out of the backfield, and now you're looking at an offensive line that loses all of your starters. What is that going to look like for Damani Stafford? So you mentioned the stoutness. I think that's going to be probably his most important attribute, being able to shed tackles, kind of make plays on the run, because Cochise Ryan, he was running for his life again in games like against West Green, against Wash High especially. Guys were in the backfield almost immediately, even against Beth Center. So this is a team that if they want to make the presence felt in this conference, that has to be a priority, especially in the offensive side of the ball. Is can Damani Stafford survive tackles? Can he make plays? I don't see a reason why not, but that just hasn't been proven yet from him at quarterback. So, but if he is able to do that, he could be the best quarterback in this conference. Do you believe so?
Yeah, no question. I think if he can do everything that we're saying, I think there's no question that he could be easily the best quarterback in this conference.
And then the most important game I have for them is at Carmichael's, second to last week of the year. That's going to be huge for them. Carmichael's is coming into this season possibly as the favorite for this conference. California's right there behind them. So that game is going to be extremely important. If that game was at California, I might even favor them, but you never know without fans. It could be a little bit of a different atmosphere at the Mike Stadium. So, again, that is late in the year, though, so you never know. But, yeah, California, they're looking to make an impact. I think they had more of a chance against West Green than that game led on. And I think they have a little bit more to prove this year, especially with all of the talent returning in the athlete position.